Okay. Gate 14 podcast. What a dog shit series by the Toronto Blue Jays, except game one. Doesn't matter. The name Gate 14 podcast is featured on Global News. You just love to see it. Where were you when Johnny Junta took down Ticketmaster? Avery, how are you doing, man? JR's not here, by the way.
JR's not here. No, he's in Hamilton. I'm good. Had a game tonight. It's freezing fucking cold outside. Thank God Rogers Center has a dome over it. But no, this was what a whirlwind day today was. Really was something else. Ticketmaster had us down in the first half. I'm not going to lie, but we fought back. We beat Ticketmaster, and just a good day for the brand.
I just genuinely don't know how a company that is legitimately worldwide can be so goddamn incompetent. Like, listen,
the best part of today isn't even you, Johnny. It's that Ticketmaster kind of fucked us, and Jeremy called Ticketmaster like they would have done something.
Yeah, like Ticketmaster. Like, oh, Jeremy Roach. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, Jeremy. Like, he called, but I'll give you guys a background. So we bought the tickets. As if you can read some of our TikTok comments from the fucking trolls, you bought a ticket without using the passcode that you should have been using. It's on you. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up, those people. Anyways, so we bought the tickets. I go check it, and it's voided, whatever. Pissed off. I let the boys know because you guys didn't know, right? You guys had no idea. So I let you guys know. And then today we go purchase it, and we're in line, obviously in the queue, going to buy it. And I go to purchase it, and it says I have too many tickets. So it's accounting for the voided tickets that aren't actual tickets to be able to buy it. So Ticketmaster didn't fix their fuck up, and there's just voided tickets there, and they have no fucking guy. It's just you want to talk about just an absolute clusterfuck. That's what today was. But we luckily Avery pulled through and bought the tickets for ALDS game 2 at home, if it happens. And the fucking what's it called? The wild card game 2 that I was supposed to be getting. So it was just wild. It was a wild day. I thought we were done. I said we were done multiple times in the text, actually.
I wish I would have recorded the FaceTime call that you and Jared were just screaming into the whole time. It was one of the funnier things I've been a part of. But no, Ticketmaster did try and keep us down, but we have tickets.
Well, you guys will be seeing us at the wild card game. Listen, the Rays lost tonight, so the Jays are still a game and a half up of the Rays. So it's looking good still, Blue Jays Nation. So just let's take a step back, relax. All right. I know tonight was terrible and the series was terrible. We're still a game and a half up, and we have an easier schedule. Rays got to face the Guardians, then they got to face the Astros, and then the Red Sox. So it's not going to be easy for the Tampa Bay Rays. All right. So everyone just try to keep the fuck calm. Okay. But
the global news is the big part of today's story, though.
So we'll go into the news article, which is crazy. Like, if you would have told me 2 weeks ago we'd have like not a feature, I guess we'd be on global news, I would have just been like, why? Like, what the fuck? Why would they need us? But so I posted TikTok with the voided tickets, like letting people know that their tickets have been voided, all that type of stuff. I'm assuming they obviously knew anyways, but this video blows up on TikTok, like 100-something thousand. I think it's at 120,000 views. And I get a tweet from me to the Gate 14 podcast Twitter, and it's just like, hello, Gate 14. We saw you on TikTok. We'd love to do a feature on the ticket fiasco with Ticketmaster and the Blue Jays. Feel free to DM us. I was half a second away from quote tweeting it and saying fuck global news to get in the mud. I took a step back and I said, all right, this could be big for the brand. Let me take a step back and let me hop on it. So she was weird with it though, because the first thing she said was, it was like, can you be at the Rogers Center for 5 p.m.? I'm like, no, what? Like, you can't do this over Zoom. And then she's like, okay, let's do Zoom at 5:15. I was like, all right, I guess that's kind of weird. It's like right before the show. And then she's like, actually, let's do Zoom now. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
You're just a piece of meat.
Yeah, I was getting used like just a fucking a cheap hooker. And then she says to me, let me read it. So we do I do the interview. Avery's gonna listen to it, get it live for a second here. And she said, "Hey, so I want to let you know that because of breaking news and also I have no say in what gets taken out of our show, I can't 100% confirm your interview will be in. I really want it to be in, but I unfortunately have no say and I do apologize, but I'll let you know." This is the point I was pissed. I was about to say to her, "So you made me take away an hour away from my day to prepare for this and like not do anything, stay close to my laptop because you keep changing the times, and you just like shit can the interview, but you talk about a fucking greenhouse in Kitchener, but this can't crack." But luckily, so I fumbled, like I fucked up to get in the mud too. So I also said like at 6:24, which is like while they were actually like putting it on their TV because I wasn't watching it. I said, "All right, so what's the deal now?" And she said, "They just showed it." I was like, "Let's go." Yeah, I was fired up. I had to go back on it. So Avery hasn't listened to it. I will say this, it's more serious. They took out all of my troll parts saying like, this is a national travesty. I said all of that, like national travesty. People have sacrificed all of their money. They have like some people DM us that they're dead broke now because of this. She took out all of it. So Avery,
And I said, I told Jer that they would do that. He said, "No, you're dumb." So that's a
let's
fuck
get
you,
your live
Jer.
reaction. Let's get your live reaction.
How long
on
is
it.
this video?
It's like 30 seconds, not even. So just you can cut
Okay.
right here and you can just add it to the audition or whatever.
After they used a special code to purchase them early online.
I'm waking up at 6 a.m. for work. Obviously, I'm excited. Like, I bought the tickets on the weekend, so I have that something to look forward to every day I go into work and do a job. And I get an email that my tickets were voided. I didn't realize, like, this was like a code for ticket holders. I'm hearing also it was for Rogers employees. I'm hearing all this stuff. And then next thing you know, like, it let us get through and got it. I had no idea what it was.
He says the email indicated he would not receive a refund for up to 10 business days for those voided tickets. And he points out that if he plans to repurchase tickets for the Wild Card Series, he's going to have to pay out hundreds of dollars more while waiting for that refund. Global News has received a statement from the Blue Jays saying that ticket code was intended for an internal pre-sale and wasn't meant to be made available to the general public.
There it is.
Yeah. So obviously there's it's going to be quiet for that part of the interview, but you'll be able to watch the video of what I said. Cause a lot of people are like, where's the video? Where's the video? It's going to be in the podcast. You think we're just going to drop this podcast and have no audio of what I said on it? I wish they got the national travesty part because the Global News audience probably above the age of 50, so they would have been like, is this kid fucking serious? Like a national travesty? Like, what is this kid talking about? So
that was way more subdued than I thought. I thought it was gonna be very, very like funny, but they made you seem serious. But
yeah, they really took out the troll.
The picture you posted today of you on the TV screen is so fucking awesome.
It was funny. And listen, I did the gate 14, but backwards, it looks like I was doing the 41.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gate 41 now. It's an all-time picture. Like that picture, like you want to talk about a flex, a guy on the fucking cable television behind him flexing in front of it. Like it's just the biggest dick shit of all time. It's all time. And Global News was like, they posted that at 6:25. They actually put it up. They were half a second. Like they were 5 minutes away from this episode being called Globozo News. I was going to call it that. So
it still might be called that because they took out the good parts.
They took out the national travesty. I was like,
that's awesome though.
I was very animated in my responses. Like I wish, because you could see, like, if you watch the video back, there's a part like at halfway point when I'm talking, they cut it.
Yeah.
And then they go to something else. Yeah, it was bad. Like I was about to say, like I said a lot of funny stuff, like that was just under the rug, like national travesty. Like a lot of people are going broke now, not going to have anything for 10 days because of this. They cut all that out because I obviously was over exaggerating. They probably caught that, but they got in they kept in the part where I said like waking up at 6 a.m. for work, which is just objective, like just not true. Like I wake up at 9 for work. So it was all time. I couldn't believe it. Like it was awkward. Like if you watch it again, you can't see, like I'm not looking at the camera because sure webcam was off, So I didn't know where to look. So I was just like, kind of like Ricky Bobby with his hands in Talladega Nights. I had just no fucking idea what to do. But what was the reception from the owner's box boys when they found out like I was going to be on Global News? Because T-Mac was a part of the call. He heard it. Like,
Ryan
it
and Sandy weren't in the office, but T-Mac said right away, it's the worst possible guy to represent on cable television. I was pumped up, man. We did the Johnny versus Ticketmaster. I got in the lab for that graphic. It's just when something exciting like this goes on for the boys, we mobilize and we make shit happen, and that's exactly what we did. So it was awesome. We were pumped, and then Cam was talking about that he went into your live the other day, and he was with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend thinks you're a crazy person. Because apparently he just got in and you're just smashing pillows into the couch for a couple minutes.
The craziest part of the live actually was like the Jays walk off was like my girlfriend was there.
Yeah. There's one point where I heard someone in the background and Jared texted me. He's like, Johnny's girlfriend's just there, right? I think so for sure.
Like she tries to crawl behind the camera. And so what I do is like I try to like eliminate being able to see her at the start. So I like go close to the camera and block it all. And then she went into the bed. But there was just a shit ton of comments like girlfriend reveal, girlfriend reveal, like Johnny's girlfriend. It was just absurd. Like but that game was so electric. I wish we can go back to Monday when everything was good, because these last 2 days, dude, have been fucking Mitch White. Like, why, dude? Why does this guy throw in a playoff race? I know the Jays magic number is 1. Thank God the Orioles are shit. But what the fuck are we doing here? He is terrible, dude.
We were quick to give Kikuchi the snips. I don't know why Mitch White is getting this leash and why Kikuchi isn't just.
I just don't know what else like Mitch White has to do to be able to prove like he's dog shit. Like there's nothing on the planet left for him to do. And Kikuchi, actually, his last couple appearances out of the bullpen, he's looked half decent. I would be way more comfortable throwing Yusei Kikuchi in a start, because at least we say this all the time. At least you know he's gonna like have some electric innings, electric stuff. Like Mitch White just it has no idea where his ball is going, and he just throws cock shots. Like there's nothing where I watch him and I'm like, this is okay. I like watching this. What did he make his last start for the Toronto Blue Jays this year today? Did he? I that's a question I have to ask.
No,
I genuinely don't know.
No, he's gonna start the 162.
If there's no home field,
or 161, because it won't matter because we'll have home field already. That's what I'm gonna guess.
Okay. Could you imagine Mitch White starting at game 162? That game might, if game 162 has no meaning behind it, or 161, I think that might break records for the lowest viewers of all time. That game might. Who are they gonna start? Like that's a game, and you know what? I didn't even think about this. If the Jays have home field clinched by that Orioles series, we're going to see a lot of Zim Dog at bats. We're going to see a lot of Zim Dog at bats. Are we? We are.
I mean, yeah, we might see him at the end of the games, but I don't know why we just wouldn't. How much rest do you really want to give guys, right?
Well, Springer needs it, obviously. The guy plays a game and just something goes wrong with his leg every single time. So, but I you know what? This is my request. Can we just get a Bradley Zimmer to start at least one of the last 3 games? If the wild card, if the home series is clinched, like, can we just get that? That would be all the time.
What is our worst possible lineup that we can make?
Let's make it. Yeah, let's go to the Jays roster right here. Let's go to the Jays roster.
I would love to see game 162 as our worst possible game.
Okay, we're gonna brainstorm the worst roster, the worst lineup. Okay, catching. Okay. I guess we can go by position, right? Like we can't really do the lineup. So catching, Gabriel Moreno, because obviously he hasn't played that much.
Yeah.
First base, Kevin Biggio. Kevin Biggio at first.
Yep.
Second base, Otto Lopez.
Yep.
Third base, I don't even know who would play.
We put Lourdes back at third.
Lourdes at third.
Yep.
Shortstop, Whit Merrifield.
Yep.
Left field, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yep.
Center field, Bradley Zimmer. and right field. Who has
Gotta
to
be
be
Tapia.
Raimel Tapia? Let's say that again. Catching. This is the worst lineup that to the Toronto. Like, this is a lineup you throw out there. The boys are hungover. They clinched the fucking first wild card spot. This is the lineup you're throwing out there. Gabriel Moreno catching. Kevin Biggio at first. Otto Lopez at second. Lourdes goes back to third. Relive the old glory days. Shortstop Whit Merrifield. Left field Jackie Bradley Jr. Center field Bradley Zimmer. Right field Raimel Tapia. And you know who's going to start? Mitch White.
Yeah.
That is the all-time tank squad. How many wins do you think that squad gets
4,
in a Major League Baseball season?
maybe 5.
Do you think that team do you genuinely think that team would beat the Oakland Athletics?
Yeah, we'd split the season series though.
I don't know about that. And then the rotation would be Mitch White start, and then Yusei starts game 2, and who would start game 3? Beasley. Jeremy Beasley.
That
would be all time
bad.
And you know what sucks also is with the Orioles losing tonight and the magic number being 1, the Jays now it's out of their hands to clinch the wild card if the Orioles lose tomorrow. Now it's going to be the most anticlimactic playoff clinch of all time. If the Orioles win tomorrow on a Blue Jays off day, the Jays clinch a wild card, and the game's at 1:00. So
if
it's
they
like
lose or win tomorrow.
if they lose.
Okay.
So if the Orioles lose tomorrow, Jays clinch a playoff spot without even fucking stepping foot on the. Do you know how cool it would have been tonight to beat the Yankees and fucking?
We have a
clinch?
full week left. We're in the playoffs.
No, I know we're in the playoff. I'm just saying it's just anticlimactic to not win while you're playing. To just fucking
and then you can't celebrate.
Yeah, they can't celebrate. I guess no, they can still celebrate Thursday night, and then they play Friday night.
But it would be weird if you don't clinch on the night, right?
Yeah. Like, what are they going to do at 4:00 p.m.? Go to the dugout and pop champagne? The Jays put themselves in such a dog shit spot because I'm kind of hoping the Orioles win tomorrow. So the Jays can clinch Friday when they beat the Red Sox, or if they beat the Red Sox. I think it's Manoah going anyways. So that should be a high chance that they beat the Red Sox. But it is. It's like, fuck, man. Why couldn't they do it tonight? And by the way, Michael K, dude, fuck you for that comment. The Vladdy's house thing. The Yankees clinching the AL East in Vladdy's house. I hate Michael.
I got on Yankees Twitter bad, and while I was driving, this is a bad thing I do. I scroll Twitter.
Yeah.
Driving to work today, and just all in the. I fucking hate the Yankees fans, man.
Well, actually, Avery, I'm gonna clip this. I'm a man of honor, a man of integrity. I want to congratulate Aaron Judge for being 12 home runs away from breaking a record. 12 more, Aaron. You got a week to go. I say you could do it. 12 more home runs. That was a big home run tonight to narrow the lead down to 12. But yeah, congratulations, Aaron. I mean,
one thing that Yankees fans don't remember is how much they hated Roger Maris back in the day, because
despised them,
because Maris beat all of Babe Ruth's records. And now, just miraculously, because they're talking about some fake made up record, they love Roger Maris and think it was the next coming of Christ, have his fucking kid out everywhere. But the Yankees fans were dickheads to him. They hated him. So
they're just such a stupid fucking fan. Like, they really are. But credit to us, Avery, for having integrity and congratulating Judge. 12 away.
He's close, man. He might do it.
You might do it. You really might do it, Judge. Yankee fan, like, we got to talk about that fan, by the way. Did you see that fan that dropped the ball?
Yeah, what a dog shit effort. I would have broken my legs to get that.
I would have face planted into the Blue Jays bullpen to catch that ball.
Because one of two things, either you get the ball, and how much people are saying it's worth million. Is that true?
$3 million.
What?
Yeah.
And that dipshit didn't dive for it. I would have landed off the CN tower.
I would have dolphin dived over that shit.
Because because you could definitely sue for damages if you just went over the railing into the bullpen and like broke your neck. So that's a win, technically speaking, situation. You're going to get money either way. So you needed to lay out for that ball.
I think we make that the episode graphic of that dude, like, just sitting there, like, just, oh God, I really fucked up. Because that dude will never be that close to millions of dollars ever again in his life.
Nope.
Unless he writes a book. That's A book about that time I dropped a $3 million home run ball.
Did it hit his glove? I never really got.
Yeah, it hit his glove.
What type of glove was he using?
He needs Mega Mitt. You got, if you're not using Mega Mitt down there, but what's even like underrated about the story is the Toronto Blue Jays catcher caught it and just gave it up. Like, dude, what the fuck are you thinking? This guy caught the ball.
But that shows how much it doesn't really fucking matter to the people.
Well,
right?
it's $3 million.
It's to all the bozos, all the fucking guys with their hands down their pants in their basement watching the game. It was like, oh, this is a super important thing I'd love to have. But to the guys, they have thousands of baseballs all the time.
Yeah. And if you were talking about Toronto Blue Jays pitch, would did it just cut me from there?
No, you're good now.
So yeah, if you talk about Toronto Blue Jays pitchers that would give up that home run, I think it goes for odds wise. It would go Mitch White, who walked him a trillion times, and then I guess 2 outs. Yusei Kikuchi, and I can genuinely say Tim Mesa would have been one of those top.
Tim Mesa would have been my top 2, for sure.
He was the most, and you know what, Tim Mesa, we were pumping his tires last podcast. Like he's like the Kirk Cousins of like bullpen guys. Shout out Arash. He is. I don't know. He just, when he is shit, he looks fucking dog shit. Terrible. Like that ball he gave up to Judge, he might as well have just like autographed it himself and just said, "I want to be a part of history in Cooperstown." Because he just. But why is that Judge ball so expensive though? It ties the record. It doesn't even. It's not the record breaker. The record breaker is if he hits it at Yankee Stadium. Why is that ball so monumental?
Yeah, that is. Never thought about that. What are you? Someone who is pro those steroid records? Because I think everyone
100%,
right?
100%.
One of the interesting things about the steroid era is we talk about all the guys who were good during steroids. Well, let's talk about all the guys who took steroids and were still dog shit. Like hitting a baseball 4 home runs is still a very hard thing to do. Even if you're taking steroids, it doesn't help your hand-eye coordination
at all. It doesn't help shit. Like, I don't like the people that say, "Oh, he took steroids." It's gonna be Yankee fans, obviously. I kind of just cut me. Fuck. This
that's gonna stay in.
This is what Yankees fans are going to do. This is gonna be the spin zone. You know that, right? Like, if Judge ends up hitting 65 or whatever, and like going or 62, sorry, and being below McGuire, Sosa, and Bonds, Yankee fans are gonna spin zone this. Like they didn't have A-Rod playing for them, that Aaron Judge is the all-time season home run leader without an asterisk. That's what they're no, Avery, you're shaking. They're gonna do that.
No, I agree, and it's just it reminds me of UCF's fake national championship that they had a couple years ago. Very similar.
That's what's gonna happen. They're just gonna spin zone it and say, well, I mean, Aaron Judge is the only one that didn't take steroids on it. Then all right, then take away the World Series ring you have with A-Rod.
Aaron Judge is on steroids. He got new fucking teeth, and after that, everything changed.
True. I mean, is that they haven't adjusted? Like, you know how back in the day they didn't adjust for like the steroids era, right? Like they didn't like know of it. They haven't adjusted to like the new veneers era. Like we don't fucking know. We don't know what the fuck's in those.
I mean, it's clearly helped his swing decisions in his brain once he got new teeth. So.
I just find it like, and the Yankee fans, this is a message to the Yankee fan. The Yankee fans saying, "Oh, the Jays are scared of Aaron Judge. They're walking him." Dude, those pitchers throwing to him couldn't throw a goddamn fucking strike to save their lives. It could be God. It could be Bradley Zimmer at the plate and he would walk. These motherfuckers don't know shit. It's just an absolute nightmare, dude.
I mean, he's having the best statistical month maybe of all time. It's like, no shit, we're not going to pitch to this guy. Like, what were you guys thinking was going to happen? Yeah, we have Tim Mesa throwing to him. Of course, he's going to give up a fucking turkey, and Judge is going to hit one out. They suck, and Judge is really good. Like, no wonder the walking bullshit on Monday too. It really pissed me off. The fucking John Boy guys saying it was the right thing to do, but it's bad for baseball. Conveniently forgot about the whole Miguel Cabrera situation.
You walked Miguel Cabrera. for not a home run, a 3,000th hit, not a home run, a hit. So you want to talk about fucking losers. And speaking about losers, Avery, we got to go into it. The article that broke the internet yesterday, that surfaced the internet. Bob Nightingale wrote an article, not about Shohei Ohtani. No. About the brother of Justin Verlander going to Japan to see the hometown of Shohei Ohtani. Bob Nightingale wrote an article on that. So let's break that down. Avery, what was your favorite part of the article?
I couldn't get through more than like 2 paragraphs because it had just been satire to me at that point. I couldn't believe what was going on. And then you kind of recapped it to me saying so the first paragraph is ridiculous. Like right away, it's like, what the fuck am I reading? Can you read it out to the people?
I'm going to read. So the listeners that don't listen, that don't know, the first line is the most absurd line. He should lose his journalistic integrity for this. I don't know if he has a vote. Okay, comma. So now Ben Verlander knows what it's like to have been the Beatles, Michael Jackson, and Aretha Franklin rolled into one, walking along the streets of Japan.
This is a guy who's famous because his older brother's really good. Not because he's talented at all.
I didn't know. And Ben says, without sounding too mushy and sentimental, everybody wants to have a purpose. I thought my purpose was to play baseball and play it as long as I can. But I learned that even though my baseball career is over, I still matter. He said, and Ben Verlander, by the way, also said, kids were crying when they saw Ben Verlander. There were kids who broke into tears. One girl bursts into tears and couldn't bring herself together. I was blown away. Kids there were asking for my autographs. It was emotional for me, emotional for them.
I got to butt in here. They just don't know who Ben Verlander is, right?
They like, oh my God, that's Justin Verlander.
Like what could the kids possibly think he does?
I don't know why.
It feels a lot like.
Do you think Ohtani has a restraining order?
No, apparently he had a full hour interview with Ben Verlander as part of this.
And this is my favorite part too. I don't speak their language. They don't speak mine. But what we understood was the language of Shohei Ohtani. It's the power of Shohei and what he's done. Dude, shut the fuck up, Ben Verlander. Shut up.
This gives me, the white girl mission trips of all the people that you went to like college with.
Yeah, like I went to the Dominican and built houses.
It feels
Don't call me a hero.
Yeah, very similar vibe as to what Ben Verlander was going through.
Don't call me a hero. Listen,
holy shit.
I'm not one to pump my own tires, but the kids were just crying when they saw me. Burst. One girl couldn't hold it together. It's like, and by the way, this is the guy that said Pablo Lopez is better than Alek Manoah at the start of the year. Like, let's not forget that. Okay. It's just
shit. Ben Verlander is a bozo. Verlander.
It is one of the worst articles I've ever seen. And they know we have a gripe with them, obviously. He commented on a TikTok of ours 3 months after we posted it. So just get on Global News, then talk to me, Ben, you fucking pussy, you bum. But yeah, dude, we had to break down that article. I'd be pissed if we didn't, because it was one of the most absurd articles I've ever seen. But another thing that we got to talk about is yesterday, the base running for the Toronto Blue Jays. And Vladdy, who actually isn't that much of like a lackadaisical, like fuck around dude, in my opinion, at least, I could say that, hits a ball so hard and pimps it out of the batter's box and gets thrown out at second by 5 million feet. And then Bo Bichette, before that, slides into second and just forgets that you need to touch a base to play baseball and gets tagged out by IKF, by the way, who's dog shit. And it was just, that's like the Blue Jays baseball. The Blue Jays can't play bad and just play bad. It has to be dog shit like today. It's never, I'm like, they just got the better of us today. That's what it is, the Blue. It's never that.
That might be the most frustrating way to watch baseball too, is knowing that you didn't bring any of your best stuff to the table and you just get beat because you played like shit, not because the other team beat you. But on the base running side of things, even for Vladdy hitting the ball off the wall like that, it's like we've been thrown out like that a couple of times. Fenway, the George Springer one, I remember him being out by 15 feet. It's at that point, it's like, hey, yeah, you fucked up. Just take your licks. You're going to get yelled at no matter what. But it's kind of a lose-lose situation. Like if you don't get on second base, people are ripping on you. And if you just round hard first and go back and don't try and stretch it, people are still ripping on you anyways that you didn't run. So it's more pick your poison. People are going to be mad no matter what. The Bo thing happened as well. It's just like things kind of spiral on this team and it gets out of control. And then we play really bad baseball. And then you pair that with the Yankees team, who's not dog shit. And then you get in trouble here and you lose games. And then we play another bad game. We multiply that up for a team that was out till 3 a.m. texting you that they were celebrating, doing some bullshit, and we can't beat them the next day, which is
with, by the way, one of the worst lineups I've ever seen. Their lineup today was,
I bet on the Jays as soon as I saw the Yankees lineup.
Judge, Cabrera, Donaldson, Peraza, Bader, Gonzalez, Higashioka, LaCastro, Hicks. That was the lineup. And the Jays lost 8-3. It doesn't make sense. This team just doesn't make sense. That's the only way I can realistically put it. No fucking sense.
This team starts and ends with pitching pretty much. As good as our offense is, if our pitching doesn't give us a chance early, we know we're not going to win. This isn't a team that comes back from games very often. That could be wrong, but I feel like this is a team that comes back from games.
They came back today. It's just, listen, so you go down 3-0 in the first inning. Mitch White goes 2 or 3 scoreless after that. You tie it up. You have all that momentum. Tim Mesa comes in the game and gives up a 2-run home run, and your momentum's all gone. So you're right with the pitching shit, dude. Like, fuck, man. You come all the way back, and the next half inning, you blow it. Like, what the fuck? That's just like, I don't know, man. I know, listen, they're making the playoffs. I'm like, obviously, they're making the playoffs. 100% guarantee now. I don't know if I trust this fucking bullpen in the playoffs. Obviously, it's not a crazy thing to say. I don't think I trust this bullpen at all.
It's kind of like the NBA too, though, right? You go to only a couple guys, and you really just shorten down.
So who do you think's the 3 guys, like the 3 main guys? Bass, Garcia, Romano?
Has to be. I mean, then you get long relief from
Mesa. Zach Pop has been great.
Yeah, and then you get long relief from like Barrios, maybe.
Oh my God, Barrios! Don't get me started on this fucking guy.
But as a flash in the pan guy who can get you 3 outs, Barrios should be able to do that.
Barrios,
he should be able to get us 50 outs with how much we're paying him.
He is so goddamn awful. It's just,
at this point, the season's not even salvageable. He could throw a perfect game in the World Series and it wouldn't matter. His season was a big old failure.
It's just,
he needs the offseason more than needs anything. Like I've known in a position where it's like, hey man, I just really suck right now. Like I just need to restart.
But how you can't throw him in the playoffs though in a fucking close game. It's Ross Stripling is the 3 guy, no matter what now. Like that's it. He's the 3 guy. Like
yeah, we've known that, but
yeah.
And then you hold on to hope that a guy that you're paying that much that we know how good he can be can find what he's able to do and make good pitches, get a lot of outs. He just can't do that right now. There's no reason for us to trust him.
Do you think Kikuchi makes the roster?
No.
You don't think so? The playoff roster?
No, I don't think so. They don't throw him. Why would they throw him in the playoffs?
Yeah. I could just see some fucking.
I mean, it's Barrios or Kikuchi maybe for a long relief spot, and Kikuchi's not. It's going to be Barrios over him.
Obviously, yeah. I actually, and you want to talk about how dumb Ross Atkins is? I saw a clip. Someone sent it to me on TikTok of Ross Atkins talking about trading for Derek Fisher, speaking like he was the greatest 5-tool player he's ever seen.
You know who Derek Fisher reminds me a lot of?
Don't say it.
Bradley Zimmer.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Zim dog, man.
Zim dog at least has a little bit of electricity around him. Derek Fisher. Well, no. He can't remind you that. Derek Fisher would drop pop-ups like directly at him.
Yeah, and Bradley Zimmer just drops dick at the plate.
True.
Same thing.
I can't wait. I'm hoping the Jays clinch home and he gets to start a game. Fuck. Like just like a final goodbye, like one last fuck.
Yeah, you guys broke up. You're going your separate ways. Just,
one last fuck for
get
old
it out of
time's
your
sake,
system.
Bradley. For old time's sake.
I think I got to get a jersey, man, just to commemorate this season.
It would be all time. It'd be a great party trick. Or like when you're out with the boys or like you're at a beach or something, like a Zimmer jersey. It's a great convo starter. Like, why do you have a Bradley Zimmer jersey? It's all time.
He's the machine.
He is the machine. That's just, it's so great. But yeah, man, I think Zach Pop, I trust him more than Adam Simber and Tim Meza now. Like Tim Meza, obviously, like Simber and Tim Meza stats are like you said, like good, but Zach Pop, his stuff is so fucking electric, and his stats with the Jays is so good where it's like he is the top 4 reliever for this team right now. He is.
Yeah, I haven't watched or paid too close attention to some of those stats. Simber, I never trust in general.
You should have seen that throw he did tonight.
Oh, I didn't see.
Comebacker right to him with a runner on third. Easy play at home. He overthrows it, has a meltdown on the mound, spins around. Another guy comes in to score. 2 guys come in to score. Just, yeah, that's just, you want to talk about when it rains. Like when the Jays play like shit, they play like shit. That's exactly what that was. It was just, it's terrible. It's a fucking terrible product. When like tonight, if you paid for tickets to this game, you deserve a refund. First of all, why would you buy tickets to a Mitch White Garrett Cole matchup for like?
Didn't Mitch White beat Garrett Cole like a month or 2 ago?
Yeah, actually at Yankee Stadium. When we went to Osprey. Yeah, he did. That's so all time. I didn't even think about that. His dad, his fucking father. That's all time. Yeah, the Yankees are good. I guess I can say they're. I don't know. I don't know how to like.
I was having a lot of fun when they started to shit like down their leg. For a little bit.
But they're not healthy though. Like DJ LeMahieu's not there. Benintendi's not playing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they're gonna be fully healthy though come playoffs. But I'll tell you what, man, this Astros team is a fucking wagon. Like that's who the Jays are playing if they make it out of the wild card. Pretty much guaranteed. I think the Mariners guarantee coming in third now because the Mariners have to go like 8-1 the rest of the year or whatever to get like top 2 spots. So it's not going to be great. Let's just win the wild card and gain momentum from that. Because the ALDS, hopefully Ben Verlander's not vaccinated, so he can't. Oh wait, those are all lifted.
Yeah,
but, no.
That was kind of bullshit. Trudeau doing that.
He's actually Ben Verlander's vaccinated. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, he was in.
Who the fuck am I kidding? So another big news. We're almost at 10K on TikTok, boys. If you're listening to this, actually, we probably are at 10K. Right now we're at 9,952. We're getting up there. By the time I wake up tomorrow, I might be at 10K. How crazy is that, Dave? Like looking back on it, when I was like, if we get 1,500, I'll go full jersey game. We're at 10K. Like, this is fucking wild.
It's been a nice little run, man. It's still like a niche podcast too, so it's tough to get a shit ton of followers. But you have put in the work, Johnny, to make this happen.
Grinded.
500 followers on Twitter today too.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
We barely even, I mean, we've used it a little bit more now, obviously, but it's like,
and it's not 10,000 followers, Johnny. It's 10,000 friends. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah. 10,000 friends. You're all friends. I all love you. But actually, I got a question.
But you make the comments terrible place.
Yeah. True. I do actually do that. Like, I gotta talk about this. This is actually that I want to talk about. Where do you stand on the Blue Jays fans giving Aaron Judge a standing ovation?
I'm out on that.
I couldn't be more out on it.
Hard out.
If you are a Blue Jays fan in a playoff race Respect greatness. Respect greatness. He's 12 off from the fucking record, major league record. Do you just cheer every home run an opposing player hits now? Should we just give standing ovations to every opposing? Like, I just don't get why you cheer for a guy. Like, first of all, he's a Yankee. Fuck the Yankees, obviously. Do you think the Yankee fans would fucking cheer if Vladdy hit home run 61 at Yankee Stadium, Blue Jays fans?
No,
Get a fucking grip. Get a grip.
Yeah, there'd be a disabled kid who caught the ball and then they throw him onto the field or something and burn
Yeah,
him.
they would fucking spit on the kid that caught it if he didn't throw it back.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
give me a fucking break. And the Jays fans saying, you got to respect greatness? No. First of all, you're in a playoff race, and this is the team that you could potentially be playing.
What? Okay, so I agree with you. I think they shouldn't do it, but like Dodgers fans and Pujols. But Pujols played
to play
for the team.
them. So that's something like, and yeah, you can't use the argument like Dodgers fans, Pujols. He was there not even 12 months ago, playing at that stadium, hitting home runs at that stadium. Aaron Judge has no fucking, like, has nothing with the Toronto Blue Jays. What are you fucking cheering for him for? Like, it was a bad taste in my mouth. Like, standing ovation, bro. Like, shut up. I don't care if he broke the record. Still no, but let him fucking do that at Yankee Stadium and have like the Major League Baseball jerk him off for fucking 24 hours on their MLB Twitter feed. That's what I want. I don't want to do that at the Rogers Center and Buck and Dan saying like, what an awesome moment. No, it's not a fucking awesome moment. The game was tied and he just took the lead with his home run. Not on top of that.
Yeah, what a nightmare. I wouldn't cheer for that.
Me neither. And fuck the talking.
And he tied the record. He didn't even break it.
Fuck talking Jake and talking Yankees too for saying like bad for baseball shit, which we talked about earlier. Like, dude, like they just contradict themselves all the way up the ass. They just have no fucking clue what they're doing or talking about. They really don't.
No backbone, eh?
Absolutely clueless with
no backbone, but give us $1 million and we'll work for your company.
True. Yeah, that's exactly. So let's break down this Red Sox series. I mean, it is Red Sox. Sorry, why am I even clusterfucking this? So the Jays got an off day today when you're listening to this podcast.
The O's are last series of the year, right?
Yeah, Orioles are last series. We got Stripling or Manoah Pivetta Friday, Stripling Bellows Saturday, and I'm assuming Gossman goes after Stripling, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gossman, and then I don't know who's going for the Red Sox on Sunday. Three of the top dogs. That is the playoff rotation. This is what it should be. I want to see how these three big dogs do at the Rogers Center before they pitch there for the playoffs. If the Jays get home field, I want to see it. And I think a sweep guarantees the Jays get home field advantage. Is that crazy to say? I think if the Jays sweep, they get close to guarantees it.
So if we sweep, the worst we can be is 1.5 games up.
Yes.
So
with 3 to go.
Yeah. So that would put us in a pretty good spot.
Well, actually depends what the Orioles do or Rays do tomorrow. So if the Rays lose tomorrow, Jays are 2 games up.
Yep.
So the worst the Jays could be is 2 games up. We'll go into the last series. So a sweep guarantees it. A sweep guarantees it for the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm going to say the Jays sweep them. I think they truly do, man. I think this team they've shown they could beat the poverty teams. They've shown that the last couple of weeks, especially with their backs against the wall against the Rays and then beating the next 2. I think the Jays are going to sweep this series. I really do.
I would like that. I'll say 2-1 to be a little less than that. Because they have found a way to lose recently. But no, I like 2-1. The pitching matchups, Brian Bayo's kind of figured it out too, which
he really has. That's scary.
It scares me a little bit. They were talking about him being the next Pedro Martinez.
Pedro Martinez said that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But yeah, he's a good guy to look out for sure. I'm excited for it, man. I mean, the Red Sox can play spoiler. It's a division series, so it'll always be fun.
Tristan Casas seems to be hitting the shit out of the baseball too. So
yeah, it's going to be a good series. Like I said, Manoah Friday under the lights. I think it's going to be packed. It's the last home series of the year. I think it's going to be awesome. Manoah Friday, kind of get that tune up before the playoffs. Because what sucks is he won't be pitching until if he goes game 1 of the wild card, he won't be going till next Friday. So that'll be his last time we see him till the playoffs. So like he'll have a week rest, which I guess is needed. Kind of weird though for like the
routine part of
routine and stuff. Yeah, but I think Yeah, I'm going to say Jay Sweep. Thick Jesus that guy just rakes. George Springer Vladdy struggled really bad today. I don't know what's going on with him, but there's one thing that I actually want to talk about with Vladdy before we end the pod here. A lot of people, old people out there, I guess you could say old people, are using the Vladdy launch angle bullshit. Like, oh, can he learn how to get back to his launch angle swing? Let me read you some stats.
What does a launch angle swing mean?
I know, Avery, I know, okay? When his launch angle was 9.4. Max exit velo, 117.4, okay? Exit velocity, 95.1. Barrel percentage, 10.7. Never mind. I'm reading this wrong. So actually, no. So when Vladdy has his quote unquote launch angle swing, he has a lower max exit velocity. Like this year, his launch angle is 4.2, but his average exit velo is the second highest he's ever been in his career. So this whole launch angle swing bullshit doesn't make any sense, by the way, because it's impossible to just have a fucking launch angle swing. It doesn't make any sense, but it is crazy looking into it. I mean, his average exit velo last year was 95.1. Holy shit. His barrel percentage was 10.7.
Pretty good.
It's just crazy that Vladdy has turned into the punching bag. Like, all Jays fans are like, what do they say? Oh, Vladdy again, like, ground ball Vladdy, the ground ball merchant, all this type of shit. Dude, Vladdy is a special fucking hitter. He is 23, 24. I don't remember how old he is. And he's hitting 270 with like 28 nukes. And people are saying he's having a down year. If that's a fucking down year, what? Give me a decent year. What the fuck's a decent year? It's crazy.
Yeah, no. We're going to be just fine. Vladdy's going to have an awesome playoffs, and the bullshit about the launch.
Wait, this is even worse. So Vladdy, who's having a quote-unquote down year, is hitting 276 with 30 home runs and 92 RBIs.
Yeah.
A down year.
Anyone would be happy with that production from middle of their lineup.
Yeah, so everyone shut the fuck up about the Vladdy bullshit. It just pisses me off. LK is here to fucking rake. But it's just crazy. But anyways, man, I mean, we're getting close. I mean, so we have one more podcast, or I guess two more, because we'll do a playoff preview next Thursday, or when's the last game? Wednesday? Yeah. Next Wednesday, we'll do a playoff preview dropping Thursday, but we have one more episode with regular season games following after it. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy.
What a year this has been.
Up and down year, man. Up and down fucking year, but it's crazy, and what a ride it's been. We're not done yet. We have a lot of things planned. We're going to vlog the playoff games we're going to, so Chris Roach will be appearing in the vlogs. It's going to be all time. We're going to be pretty drunk at these games, so it's going to be awesome, mingling with the people, and it's going to be awesome. So a lot of content, and then obviously the Gate 14 Awards, which we're planning for. I don't know when, but we'll definitely be doing those.
That'll be the last big one of this year.
That'll be the last big one of the year. Then we'll just cut down to like one episode a week or something like that, just to keep in touch. But anyways, guys, all the listeners, love you guys, man. If you got playoff tickets, enjoy the ride. Let's root for home field here. Who cares about who they're playing the ALDS? I want a home playoff game now. You know, I'm sold on it. Last episode, I talked about being sold on it. It's time to fucking get it. All right. Let's have ourselves a fucking weekend. Let's have ourselves the rest of the season. And let's sweep the Red Sox and let's clinch home field here. Let's put us in a good fucking spot, and let's ride. All right. And the Jays, if they lose a game this weekend, it's not life or death, because they are pretty decent ahead of the Rays, where it's like they could get away with losing a game or two, especially with the Rays facing the Astros next weekend, or this weekend. So everyone keep calm. And let's fucking roll positive vibes. All the Thick Jesus shirts will be a ride before the season is over. So it's even better. Love you guys. And Avery, last words?
Nope. See you guys on Monday.
All right.